You're welcome back.
Welcome back.
Now, if you're just joining us, right, the hashtag on all our social media streams is Breakfast Daily. And the WhatsApp line is 0204 447 033. Do send us a message. How are you spending your holidays? Are you back at work already? You know,
yeah. Or are you back at work for 2 days and then
go on holiday
break again? You know, that thing that the Christmas season.
I don't know why we do that to ourselves, man. Just
break small.
Mandate the whole thing as a holiday, and then we'll all be free.
Like we don't want people to milk the full compliments of the season. And of course, if you're texting us from outside of Ghana, because I know a lot of our loyal viewers have traveled to different places. You know, they still want to stay in touch with us. Use the country code +233. Yes, that's what +233.
And some of you do.
Actually, our country code.
You know, some people watch. We have recently we got messages from Nigeria,
Liberia,
we've had Liberia, we've had Sierra Leone, Senegal, and then also I think somewhere in Central Africa. I'm trying to remember whether it was CAR or one of the other countries. You know, So we know you watch us from different parts of the continent. Of course, with DSTV 363, that's possible. All right, it's time for us to look at the new year. We're going to be talking tech rules for the new year. Things to live by, things to guide yourself by, and to make sure that you have a great tech experience in the new year. Edward Opoku, who is head of new media with us here, he's a consummate techie. In high tech, low tech, all tech.
That really describes him. He's a consummate techie. You know, but the Edward that you mentioned, it makes it sound very royally. You call him Eddie.
No, it's Edward. Edward Opoku.
Edward
Opoku, yeah. It's royal lineage. From the Edwards.
From the
Edwards.
From the
Opokus. So, Eddie, how are you?
Great.
Good to have you here.
Yeah.
But you, this Christmas, I just say the biking and the cars and the. I mean, I don't understand.
For look sharp now.
But why aren't you inviting us? That's what we do.
As you do that today, you just
the
like
invitation come long time. You know, make what.
No, you didn't invite us. We just see.
At what point did you invite us? We just see social media. Then
I was here and I told you, say, bro, you're bedi.
No, but how is that an invitation?
That's not an invitation. It's a bro, it means you have plans to chop the Christmas.
If that happens, you just decide to tie or not to that person's string.
Wow.
When he moves, you move.
We have heard.
Chilling, man. Chilling.
There are still a few more days to go, so
we love to see.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the Bronya will end, and we'll be back here together.
Charlie, what's happening, and what do we need to know for 2023?
Yeah, when the year is coming to an end, that's the time you have to take stock. Okay, so look at all that happened the previous year.
Yeah.
All the things that went south. Why did they do that? So investigate that. Put a few points down. The Bible says what? Write it down.
Yeah.
Make it clear.
Yeah.
So write it down so that you can think about it, put it into context.
Yeah.
Then you find a solution to them. Okay. Then the new year. There are some things that we've spoken about on this particular platform on safety, how to secure your data. Okay. So all the things we said previously about the use of VPNs, watching where you access Wi-Fi from, etc. They all hold, and you should carry them through. But there are a few things that you have to look at since it's a new year.
Yeah.
Number one, you have to take stock of your data. Okay. So take stock of your data. What is happening to your data? All right. These days, a lot of us are into cloud. Well, when I say cloud, means we store your data online. Okay. A lot of you do it, but you don't even know you are doing it. Okay. Because you have your contacts being stored on Google, for example, or Apple. So immediately you get a new phone, you put in your Apple ID, you see all your contacts download into it. It's a new year, so you have to look at that. Duplicates. Okay. How do you solve duplicates? All the phone book apps have a system to deal with duplicates. Okay, so take a bit of time, go through your contacts and sort out the duplicates, clean up, merge them, okay, so that the quality is top notch. You don't know what will happen. Okay, then sometimes maybe for some reason the syncing feature was turned off. Okay, so doing that will alert you to the fact that it's been off. Probably it's not backing up at all. Probably you have some of your contacts, some others are not there. Okay, so you switch it on, make sure it has updated, then you take stock of it, then you merge what you need to merge, delete what you need to delete, clean it up, make sure it's top notch so that you are secure for the coming year. Okay. Then your files that are stored on the cloud also, you have to do same. Okay, so compare it with what the folders that you have checked to be synced. Okay, look at their content. You can do that with the number, the total number of files and total number of folders.
Okay.
So if you look at the total number of files and total number of folders and they don't match with what is in your Google Drive or Apple Cloud or whatever, then you know that there's something amiss. Okay, so you go through, make time and do this. Okay. It will save you a lot of time going through 2023. Okay. Sometimes also you will have to arrange your files and containerize some of them. I mean, put them into what folders.
Okay. Containerize.
Yes.
Containerize.
Put them into folders so that they'll be very, very easy to find. So children's pictures, school documents, travel documents, okay, Christmas pictures or Christmas 2022 pictures and the like. That makes it very easy for you to find. These days, the platforms themselves allows you to use tags. Okay, so once you are updating, you can add certain words, okay, so that anytime, some of the platforms or some of the operating system software even allows you to use colors. So once you click red, everything that's got to do with work. When you click blue, everything has got to do with home, children, stuff like that. So that it will be very, very easy to find your files, makes everything spot on. Then passwords. Passwords are very, very important. I say every year, change your password, at least a year. 2022 ended, we're going into 2023. So it's that time of the year. And we are saying that to have a good password, okay, choose a word that someone cannot guess when they look at you and your lifestyle. If you have a dog called Lulu, don't use Lulu. Yes. Okay. For me, sometimes I just make up words that sounds interesting to me. Then I try to memorize it. After I've memorized it, then the next thing I do is to maybe add a year. The word that I chose, where it maybe has a 0, for example, an O, I'll replace it with a 0. Where it has an I might use a 1.
Exclamation mark.
Yes. Then, of course, you have to have some uppercase characters in there, you know. Then that makes it a very, very difficult password to guess. Nobody can guess that. You know. Then the next step is to update all your accounts. So your Apple ID, your Google account, your this account, that account, update all of them. Then you know that you are starting on a good note. If you don't do that, you are going to pay. You're going to pay for it later. You know, these days, for example, iOS, when you have your data on iOS on Google, what happens is that they have the pipeline within which the communication goes on is encrypted. Now, when you talk about encryption, there is always a key. Okay. Yes, and they keep the key. Okay. Now, some people say, okay, if something happens, maybe somebody can use law, take the company to court and say, okay, please, we need the key to access this particular account. And based on what the case is, they might win and you have to. So you have to judge between your data, having access to your data. Some data you don't want anybody to see, so you might as well lose it than somebody lay hands on. Okay, so Apple has provided that means in their new updates. So you can just click a check, then the Apple throws away the keys. Wow. So it means that when you lose access,
that's the end.
That's the end. Nobody can access it. So if it's that kind of data that you rather lose it than somebody gain hold of it, then you can switch that on. But you have that data too that you don't mind getting into other people's hands if it means that you're going to lose it. You know, family pictures, you know, these are very, very important things that you want to take with you throughout your life and you don't want to lose it. So with that, you make sure you don't switch certain features on. Okay. Then at the same time, you also have to make sure that you have secured all the the data on very, very credible, efficient platforms with a good password. Okay. Then we've already spoken about contacts. Then plan your tech needs for the upcoming year.
Okay.
Okay. It's a new year. What am I going to need? Okay. Last year, my phone was 512. And I've realized that Charlie 512 I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So what happens? Do I need to upgrade my phone? Okay, if you bought a good phone, I'm sure the phone will hold a lot of its value. In some instances, they might even appreciate. Yes.
Yeah.
So based on that, you plan that, okay, then let me save a bit more, then probably trade it in, okay, and top up and get maybe a one with more space so that I can do the things that I need to do, because increasingly we do a lot of things on our mobile. Yeah. Your laptop, is a performance good enough for you? If you found yourself always maxing it out, such that it takes a great deal of time for the computer to be able to perform the task that you want it to perform, then you have to plan to do what? To replace it. Okay. Your storage devices, your online storage. If you bought 5 gig or you are taking the free deal, which is about 5 gig, and you find yourself always maxing it out, you know, then you have to plan to pay just a little bit. Now the prices keep falling, you know, so pay a little bit, you know, then have more space for it. So you plan for it because you know how much you are going to be earning, so you can plan. Okay. Yes, this year I want to do a bit more of R&R. Okay, so I need myself a Netflix account. I need myself a Spotify account. Okay. How do I pay for it? Okay. So you have to plan. Okay, every month I plan to spend 200 Ghana cedis on all my online, you know, activities. Okay, so with that 200, I can afford Google. I can afford Apple. Maybe I can afford Netflix. You know, and pay within that. Okay. If you think that you might need something, then of course you have to take something out
to make that
to make
like
room,
a puzzle.
Yes, to make room for something extra. So you have to plan towards all of these things.
Super.
Big purchases, you have to do a very, very good plan. I need a new big screen TV.
I'm planning for one of those.
Yes. So I mean, when you do all these things, then you know that you are off to a good start. Yeah.
Super. Thank you.
Wonderful.
How do people get in touch with you?
Or you can get in touch with me on Instagram, Mifri Asante, on Facebook, Edward Opoku. Okay. Yeah. On Twitter at Eddie Poku.
Nice one.
It.
All right.
The different shades of Edward.
I know.
Yeah.
The Edwards.
Mifri Asante, Edward, and Eddie.
Yes, I'm from my father's land.